as soon as I hit stream, I immediately had a burp coming up. Had a couple burps, had a hiccup that time. Hello everyone, my name is Zach, and welcome to another live stream of AC Syndicate, my 100% series. I'm gonna be honest. It's entirely possible that we may 100% beat the story this stream. Don't really have that much up to do, and pretty much all we have left to do is story missions after we complete the side quest. So let's go ahead and head on over to this last Duleep Singh mission. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and restock on supplies, because that's a good idea. Oh, before I get too far into this, I'm just going to make sure that my audio is working fine. It is great. So one thing I will say is, as I mentioned before, I'm not one of those people that outright like despises this game or just thinks it's like one of the worst Assassin's Creed games. This game has received a lot of criticism from a lot of hardcore fans. There's a lot of people that give Jacob so much hate. But me personally, I actually kind of think Jacob is kind of humorous, and despite his problems, I do enjoy this game a little bit more than some other games in the series. And we are about to kind of see the ending of this campaign. Well, not really the ending immediately, but we... Don't kill me, don't kill me. But,
Nothing but the eyes. I hope everything...
we are going to, hopefully beat the campaign. It's probably gonna be an additional stream for us to 100% the game. We still have like two other people to we still have two other factions to get to max associates to get to max things. That's Robert Topping and whatever his name is, Ned Weinert. But once we get those done, then we're just like farming for achievements.
Oh, good. You're here. His Highness seems to have got a mild case of madness this morning.
You were right when you said that this was our chance.
I was.
I propose we make a commotion. Lure out the Templar-controlled British Indies Company.
And do what? Put yourself in the line of fire?
I need to send Ellsworth a message. This won't be over until we can draw him out. This is something I must do. I will make a scene, and then you need to wrap them up.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
I've heard you Templars are a bunch of pansies.
Here we go.
There you go.
Please spare me!
I need you to send a message to Ellsworth.
I'll do anything.
Tell him to meet me at Lambeth Cemetery tonight, and tell him to come alone.
Parents are watching football right now. They're being very loud.
Meet me tonight at Lambeth Cemetery. He'll never come alone, even if I ask him to.
Let's go and leave. Okay, we need to speak with Evie. Before we do that, we use a smoke bomb. Let's go ahead and stop by the shop on the way.
I believe that should help you greatly.
Actually, kind of curious to see how the story is going to end. Obviously going to end with us killing Ellsworth, but I'm kind of curious how we're going to do that.
That caused quite a commotion.
He's gone mad. Greenie was right.
He isn't mad, Jacob. He's trying to take action. To do the right thing. Oh, never mind. I'll take it from here.
Fine by me. I could use a good pint right about now.
Don't raise any alarm.
Oh, I was expecting Jacob, but I'm glad it's you who have come.
He thinks you've gone mad.
I probably have.
What's your plan?
I've asked Brinley to meet me here alone. In turn, he, of course, has sent a small army to secure the area. I need you to get rid of them and meet me back here. It's essential that when Brinley does arrive, I have him to myself.
Understood.
Okay, so we can't raise an alarm. That means I cannot trigger an alarm bell. I do want to check my inventory real quick. I only have a level 9, so it's the best we have. We want to check gauntlets, that's level 10. Firearm, that's level 9, we don't have a level 10. Capes, that's level 9, we don't have a level 10. Trying to be smart about this. Going to attack the body, I know he is. Or not. Okay, then let's go over here and we'll sabotage this alarm bell. Okay.
Oh, we have it. What did she do? Slice you to bits.
Yeah, but I would have liked to have been able to be completely undetected, but it didn't exactly happen. Let's go ahead and try and find some more bells to disarm. Yeah, but that's an area we can't go to. Trying to be smart about this.
You're not getting out of here. Woman is here. Sorry, just one love. Your life ends.
And now we can just kill them with no problem whatsoever. I'm trying to maintain like some semblance of stealth, even though I've been detected quite a few times.
This will be quick. Push my fist at the back. How dare you!
There you go. Okay, so there are 4 enemies left. There's 2. Yeah, let's try and like be a little bit more stealthy here. Use throwing knives. There you go. Didn't raise the alarm. Go back and follow Duleep. Duleep? Behaving very weird, just not moving. I don't want to reset it because I don't know if it's gonna reset the things, the guards. And I may have to. worries me that showing Jacob here, not Evie. You fucking suck. Okay, Duleep, you better do what you're supposed to. That's so dumb. Okay. Go ahead and try and sabotage this alarm bell next. Come on, walk away. And once again, didn't really do it flawlessly, but it's fine. I freaking hate it. Freaking hate it when that happens. If those guys weren't there, I may have been able to do it somewhat more stealthily. I'm stuck. Okay. I don't have line of sight on him.
You're not getting out of here alive.
Come on. Okay. And that was exactly planned, but it worked. Now we're good to kill everyone.
Hello, we have a visitor. I want her down. This woman is making us look rough. Oh, she's a bitch.
There we go. Okay, so now we just have who's left. The only people I have left are over here. But there's 4 enemies left.
What's she doing here? Devilish she?
Who's the last enemy that's left? I don't know who that is. There's still someone over here that I didn't kill? There is. I missed this guy.
That Fry woman is...
He's actually moving now. Okay, so he's not glitched.
That'll certainly help quite a bit, thank you.
He's here.
I must talk to him.
Don't be absurd. This is dangerous.
Miss Fry, this is something I must do, and I must do it alone. Remain hidden. I cannot afford to have him see you.
You can't escape me forever, Your Highness. Come out and face me.
I told you to meet me here alone.
I'm not as silly as I once was, Singh. I wouldn't dare come to this meeting place alone. Not with your recently acquired friends. Can't just walk this earth like a free man. You are nothing more than a trophy. A stag's head above a mantelpiece. You've caused enough commotion as it is. It's time to put an end to this.
If you kill me now, you will be a wanted man. Imagine the uprising when they find out the only son of Ranjit Singh has been murdered.
You think they remember you?
Oh, we have a visitor.
You are a lost soul. A monarch who has abandoned disappeared. I knew you were lying, Singh.
How did you see me? Oh my god. Maybe I should use throwing knives for that. Or maybe I should whistle.
I told you to meet me here alone.
Not as silly as I once was, Singh. I wouldn't dare come to this meeting place alone. Not with your recently acquired friends.
I am alone, Elsworth.
Okay?
To be like this.
You can't just walk this earth like a free man. soul. A monarch who has abandoned his people.
Something's lurking.
You are nothing.
We were such good friends.
Friends? You are no more than a plaything. A prisoner in prince's clothing. You're lucky to be alive. I admit, I was surprised they let you live.
Ellsworth, listen.
I've had enough of this.
She's not allowed here!
I knew you were lying.
No, you mustn't!
Stay!
He will kill you!
This is what I was sent here for. Be done with it, girl. I shall never forfeit my own mission.
I will not allow it.
The Loggins, the company, they all wanted your silence. Whether you spare me or end me, you won't escape the fate they have planned for you.
It seems you have learnt nothing of India, of its people. But killing you? That is something I cannot do. It would make me no better than the cursed, oppressive company you work for.
You will die as you were raised, Singh. You'll never be more than a trophy of war. We will bury you in English soil.
Okay. Not the ending I was expecting.
You have done me much good. I am heavily indebted to you both.
We are happy to help.
I fear that I cannot continue handling things in this manner. The assassin way is not my way, as helpful as you have been. This empire, this land, my people. The problem is so much bigger than death. I know I must devote my life to this cause, to put India, my home, back onto the map, return it to its people. It's a long and grueling journey, but it is something I must do, even if it takes me to my own death.
We understand, Your Highness.
But if you do change your mind, you know where to find us.
That I do. Thank you, assassins. Hopefully we never shall meet again.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. So now with that's done, let's go ahead and work on sequence 8. Is that what we're on? Sequence 7. On to verify, we have done everything relating to London stories. We have done everything we can at this moment. We've done everything from miscellaneous. So all we have left to do is a story. Let's go ahead and start with Unbreaking the Bank. Minutes in, we did one mission. Granted, we did kind of screw up. Well, definitely screw up by choice. It was the was screwed up by choice once. We also had to reload save because of a glitch.
Need help survive on the streets.
Yeah, let's go.
What has happened?
Your brother.
What's he done this time?
The newspapers are all over Tupani's murder, and if that weren't enough, someone has stolen the currency printing plates. Was that also Jacob's doing?
I doubt it.
Now, no one trusts the bank or England's currency. There will be inflation, riots, manufacturing will jump to America for the cheap labor. In short, Britain is done for.
Jacob, you've really put your foot in it now. What if I smuggle the plates back into the bank?
Well, would certainly help. Better yet, it would call into question the stories on Tupani's murder, which would restore confidence in the economy.
That's settled then. Britain lives to see another day.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, would you mind destroying any counterfeit notes you come across so they don't circulate?
Of course.
It really is very good of you to help. Follow me. The counterfeit money is being spent nearby. Well, if you can call it counterfeit. With those printing plates, it's nearly impossible to tell the real notes from the fake ones.
Mr. Aberline.
If this gets out... Well, I've said this already. When people don't trust their currency, and we're already seeing riots...
Mr. Aberline.
I have the utmost faith in you, Miss Fry.
Locate the counterfeiter.
You two, follow me. I don't wish to be robbed on my way to the cart.
The counterfeiters.
Heard about the rioting at the bank? They can riot all they like. We won't be giving back those plates. What difference does it make? It's not like he has any real cash on him. Since we've got the printing plates, it's all real cash. Did you hear those crowds? Sounds like all of London is rioting. Nothing to do with us.
I can't believe Jacob's managed to shatter the entire economy. Father was right. He acts in haste, and repents not at all.
Where to now, sir?
Okay. Just gotta follow him. It's always kind of weird just following a person on a vehicle. This didn't be kind of obvious. I actually watched a horror movie on November 1st, my first Michael Myers movie. I kind of watched Halloween 2 a couple days after the sequel to that movie.
There you go.
But I thought it was kind of funny how at the beginning of the movie, like, shows Michael Myers telling, it shows Michael Myers telling Laurie and Annie,
Anyone could be trying to get in. Yes, sir. Keep this place locked down.
telling Laurie and Annie,
Guard this place as you would the Bank of England itself.
Absolutely, sir.
in a car. But what was kind of funny to me was, like, it was just so obvious that they were being followed, but they didn't even notice that they were being followed. Like, it was just like right on their butt the entire time, and they didn't even notice anything wrong. Okay, I don't think that's the one I need. There you go. And now it's still the printing plates.
Now to sneak these back into the bank.
Let the civilians in the bank. Alright. Optional objective. Oh, stealth is optional here. Cause I just want to rush in and get it done. It doesn't say undetected, so I don't think it would really matter if I get detected. Usually if it says undetected, it'll say remain undetected. I think I prefer Evie missions over Jacob missions. Jacob missions are fine, that's where most of the assassination missions come from. But I kind of like Evie missions more.
Until I've got answers! Intruder! Stop her! Stop
her! Let's go ahead and go up. Actually, no.
I want answers!
Okay, let's go ahead and loot, pick the lock. As per usual, stealth is not really my thing. These type of games, if I can just bomb rush and just speed run these missions, that'll be better. Big dabber line.
Well, the London papers are running the story of how it was all a hoax. No more riots. Faith in the bank restored. Finally, I might get a quiet night on patrol. Miss Fry, I can't thank you enough.
Glad we've averted catastrophe, Sergeant. Although it's Jacob who should be thanking me.
100% sync. Lightning, is that pistol better than what I have? It's not weapons, it's firearms. No, it's looks like it is a level 6. Okay, what do we have next? Jacob mission, there's an EV mission right there, change of plans. I guess I can just fast travel here. I need to stop by a shop to restock on supplies. I can use a couple. can't remember if I actually not thinking about it, I can't remember if I used any. I may not need it. Hey Game Fanatic, best outfit for Eevee is the one you get from the music boxes. I actually got that outfit, and I don't really like how it kind of has like a glitchy look for it. I actually kind of prefer like this outfit, which is the Master Assassin outfit. In terms of looks. It's just the Isu armor is what it is essentially is. It looks weird in cutscenes. True, and it doesn't really match the time either, and it clashes with your gauntlet. Yeah, I have the level 10 assassin gauntlets right now. I can't remember what it's called. It's like maybe like a master assassin gauntlet. I was right, I didn't need it. Let me go and check. Went down too far. Yeah, it's legendary assassin gauntlet is what I have. I have level 10 on everything except capes for Eevee and firearms. So you can upgrade it. Yeah, I'm saving my money because my priority right now is trying to get all the gang upgrades. I don't really need to upgrade it as of right now. Like, I'm not really struggling with combat. But I'm trying to save my money for gang upgrades. I almost have them all, and there's an achievement for getting all the gang upgrades. Yeah, you should have all of them except the mad scientist one.
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with the room marked Secret Vault.
Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
We met already.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, the plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
I guess we were supposed to do the last Maharaja missions after the story. I say you should probably wait until yeah, I didn't know. I just had it available, so I just went and did it.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
If I were to know that the last Maharaja missions were said to take place after the story, I may have like waited on doing them. It's just they were easy difficulty missions, so I thought I should knock them out now. Doesn't really matter anyway. We got them done. Use Henry's distraction twice. How do you use Henry's distraction? Am I missing something? Can't wait for AC Shadow. Yeah, the game kind of got delayed until early next year. I don't know how to use Henry's thing. I'm missing something. Royal Kid comes out Valentine's Day. Don't know how to use Henry's distraction. I'm also kind of stuck here. Like, if I assassinate this guy, it's gonna alert that guy mostly, and then this guy would probably be alerted as well. I don't know how to use this distraction. If I could use it to get all the enemies in one area, that'd be great. But I don't really know how you trigger the distraction. Guess I can Google it. What's this mission called? Change of plans. AC Syndicate. Change plans. How to use Henry's distraction. Find here. Oh. Okay, I screwed up. Look, yeah, I didn't know you were supposed to talk to him first. I'm actually gonna restart from checkpoint. Because there's no way I'm gonna get out of here without getting everyone on me. I thought it was like you had to like look at him and then press a button to trigger it.
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's not them.
And we need another distraction. Do I need to talk to Henry Green again? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, now when he gets his distraction off, I should be able to just run in and just kill everyone. This is more my style. where's the chest? It's over here. This is actually good. Or what was a good opportunity. Almost got combat mastery done. You guys are so easy. I know that I'm over leveled for this, but still. Where's the chest? There's a chest. Come on. I always found Evie to be better at those little bended blade users, while Jacob uses a whole cane thing. Yeah, stealth. I like it when stealth is optional because that way I can just like don't really like care about like getting attacked. I can just rush in and like kill everyone. It's kind of more my playstyle most of the time. Like it's I can do stealth in some situations, but oftentimes when it's optional, like why bother? Especially if I can handle like these guys so easily. They're not even that difficult in combat because they're just so underleveled. It never seems to work in the RPGs because you could easily get overwhelmed. In some situations, yes. Although with Odyssey, if you have a good build, no matter what, you can usually have an easy time with them, like in most situations. I can actually say that if we're actually gonna kidnap this Templar, I can actually say that with I did 100% playthrough as an assassin build, and on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I could literally just destroy any enemy, any group of enemies just with that assassin build. I like the rush assassination move where you just throw your spear and you teleport to him and stab him.
I don't know where they've taken him.
Taken who?
The man, dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry, the plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans, the mission.
Can I sleeve? One of my projects is to get to 100% Assassin's Creed Odyssey essentially 3 times with both normal and New Game Plus using 3 different playstyles: Assassin, Warrior, and Hunter. I've completed 3 100% playthroughs. I'm still working on the 4th, but I've yet to get to a point where the Warrior build is just broken and overpowered. I definitely have the point in my assassin build where I can literally just destroy everyone, but I haven't gotten that point with Warrior. Whereas Henry clearly fought back. Clearly visible footprints. A guard who left them was heavier than the others or was carrying something or someone.
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though. One wheel looked like it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks all wobbly-like.
Hey, it looks like he going off road. Am I supposed to interact with this? I didn't see an option to. It would be nice if your eagle vision stayed on while you ran. At the very least, the tracks stay lit. Oh, it moves. The fact those posts were gold, and I thought I was supposed to interact with it. God, this guy must have been drunk. I know he said like the wheel was wobbly, but he just cannot drive in the straight line. Another broken wheel. I think it's this track that I need to follow. Looks like he crashed.
That cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly.
Okay, I don't really know where this is going. I beat this game when it first came out in 2015 when this game came out, but I can't remember this mission at all.
They're knocking people over too.
Sure, you understand. Can't do anything about it.
They keep on being highlighted gold, so I keep on thinking I can interact with it, but I never given the option to.
And destruction of public property. I must be on the right track.
I swear to God, like, I understand, like, they have a wobbly wheel, but thank God. They're all over the place. It was 2015? Yeah, I think AC Origins came out in 2016. Is a game Assassin's Creed game going to be covering next?
That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
No guards is a hanging barrels, that's easy. To find hanging barrels first. Just gonna wait until she turns around for me to nail in the back of the head with a knife. Or I just can just assassinate her. Where are hanging barrels? Am I blind? Not seeing any hanging barrels. I mean, maybe it's for there in that warehouse. Well, it should be around there. Yeah, I know they glow white. It's just I'm not seeing them. Like, I don't see them with my eagle vision. The only thing I can think of is maybe they're in this train station thing. I'm not seeing it, even over here. Like, I feel like the eagle vision should like pierce through this roof. You can see like an enemy right there. It must be like in the center area. I don't know why I'm not seeing these hanging barrels. I'd rather like get this optional objective done first. Oh, unless there is a section of this that needs to be underground, maybe? Because I do see an entry point there. Yeah, it must be underground. I'm just gonna progress. Maybe I need to go into the sewers and the hanging barrels over there.
You're not getting out of here. I'll get that.
I could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
Let's go down this entry point and see if I'm correct.
What's she doing? Leave you.
Oh, there we are.
I knocked him around pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
Well, I hope you haven't addled his brain. He's an assassin. How much more addled can he get?
You know, I don't think they're under the barrels. There's one guy under there.
The man's an assassin. We didn't want him getting away before you had a chance to question him now, did we?
He was more secure where he was before. I told you not to come here.
Oh no. We lost another good one.
Hold on, Henry. You can just be captive a little bit longer. Need to get the other kill. Because I get the feeling as soon as I interact with Henry, it's actually going to progress the mission. I need one more kill. I'm not missing this optional objective. Henry's safe, like all his captors are dead. He should be fine. Hope I didn't screw up. Don't really care about being detected at this point. It looks like you are someone I can talk to.
I'm but a meager servant of this city. Please.
Actually gonna reset from checkpoint. Just to make sure that I can talk to everyone. I wasn't expecting there to be only one barrel down there and that area to be that short. We know where Henry is. Just need to find the other hanging barrel.
That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
I don't know anything about the carriage, but there's been some strange happenings around here today. All kinds of unsavory types wandering around, armed to the teeth. I don't like it one bit.
I'll go and see what that strange noise was.
This doesn't concern you.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw them dragging someone out of the carriage after the wheel fell off. They said he'd hit his head. Not sure why they needed to take him to the church, but that's where they went.
The church.
The rock skull is here.
Okay, we just have one more guard to kill. I just want to like kill this oh, didn't mean to lash on there. Just want to kill these snipers so they're not gonna get in the way.
We have a visitor! Think you could get away? I'll be the death of you! I'll slice you to bits!
Okay.
You're not getting out of here alive! The rock skull is here! Dear Lord!
Let me speak to you.
Yes, they...
Okay. Okay, so far, got like a church, which is this building right here, I'm pretty sure. I only saw one hanging barrel.
We have a visitor!
I could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
That is interesting. So I'm actually gonna do the same thing I did before, where I'm just gonna use the barrels to take down stop, just go. I'm trying to like free run down that thing. Just gonna use the barrels to take down two of the guards, and we're just gonna like run through the end of this thing and see if we can find another barrels at the other end of this tunnel, because this is one thing that I didn't check.
pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
Oh, I thought I fucked it up. Okay, before we talk to Henry, go to the other end of this tunnel. Didn't reach the other end of this tunnel in my previous attempt. At least here. I don't see another. Daryl, I'm gonna look this up. Because I am genuinely confused. Change plans. There's only a few places where you can fulfill this objective, starting with the men surrounding Henry. Throw a knife above before you alert them to back the first set of Templars. The next set of barrels will come later. Okay. That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. We're good to free Henry. We're not missing anything. That's what I need to know. Just, I didn't want to, like, talk to Henry. Just go down the stairs. I didn't want to talk to Henry and then find out that I progressed the mission and screw myself out of completing the optional objective. Because sometimes that happens and it's always frustrating when it happens.
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost.
Evie, I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please.
Henry? Okay, that was weird. Oh, Evie! Stop. There we go. That wasn't there the first time around. Okay, now get ready. Not really. It's kind of common NPC programming. Someone's got flash fire done.
Gunman on the rooftop.
What happened? Come on, Henry, let's go. Henry, let's go. Oh my god, you're fighting a police officer. Oh my god, Henry, stop. Let's go. What are you doing, Henry? Are you not able to move because of sniper? Henry, what are you doing? What is he doing? I've never seen an AI behave this way. What? We should just go. What are you doing?
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone. I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
That was the strangest instance of AI I've ever seen. That was so weird. And I think that does it for the EV missions? At least for now. Let's check. Yes, it looks like it's the case. So let's go ahead and swap to Jacob. It was the exact same Florence Nightingale on one mission I did. See, we are now at 86% completion. Inventory, weapons. I'm gonna equip the Obsidian Cougar because that's better. Still don't have the level 10 pistol. Even that these don't stay marked, like they're always marked as new. I'm killing some guys and she jumps into the carriage and rides off. Oh, this is nice. You can finally get this. This will be very nice to have. Because there are some instances where level 10 enemies don't die to a throwing knife. Nice to finally have that upgraded. Okay, so we are going to be doing this mission here. Playing politics. Don't know if we need to stock up in supplies. I'll swing by the shop and see if I need anything. I wanted to use... Oh, right, I need a hold right trigger. I'm dumb. I definitely need at least one smoke bomb. I don't know if I need anything else.
Come back again.
Phone just buzzed. Nothing important. I got like a weird scam message on Xbox from this random person that said that my account was apparently very valuable and he was wanting to buy it off of me. But it was so filled with spelling errors that it was kind of obvious it was like a scam message. But I wonder if, I can't help but wonder if that's actually like a thing that people just kind of sell their accounts to other people. It's not something that I would be willing to consider at any point in the future, but would be kind of interesting to know, like, if that is something that does happen.
All right, B. Who are you and what's your game?
I don't know why I'm on this roundabout way. I don't know how you detected me.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts.
How dare you, sir? Merely because I do not wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations? I'll not stand for it.
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
Benjamin Disraeli?
B, I presume.
Get back here.
Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! My name's Herbert!
And why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just the job, sir! Some old bloke paid me to...
Smug bastard.
Okay. Trying to be smart about this. Get back here.
Shame. I should have found him. Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, or some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! My lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
100% Singh. Okay, I need to check inventory. Belt is an iron scale belt. Not better than what I have. Weapon. We are now at 87% synchronization. Okay, next one is the Bodyguard. I'll take a look at everything. Go ahead and do it. I don't know why I thought there would be something else we could do. We've done everything else. Go ahead and fast travel to here, and we'll stop at the shop to restock on supplies. I think I used a couple, and then we'll go ahead and do that mission. Starting about an hour and 30 minutes into the stream, or really an hour and 32 to be exact. Gonna be streaming until about 4:30, I would think. I think that's a good enough time to stream. Which is another 2 hours. I actually do kind of remember something that's coming up. I do kind of remember the assassination mission that's coming up. It's honestly... I remember the kill, the unique kill, but I don't remember the mission much itself. I do know that we kind of have to infiltrate like a specific building, and there is actually a cool way to do it stealthily. I don't know if that's something I'm gonna do. We'll see.
I wonder what's going on.
You know, The assassination on Twopenny was one of those rare instances where you couldn't do the optional objective and the unique kill in one run. So it's a kind of unfortunate, but it could be possible that this might be another one of those situations.
So much for the house call. I'll have to find a way into that carriage. There's nothing about doing it stealthily.
What's the meaning of this? Who the devil are you?
Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Fry.
I wasn't informed of any new bodyguard. Who's your commanding officer?
Let the boy speak, Dizzy.
Madam, apologies. But we've learned of a threat on your life. And the Met thought it best to move quickly.
Threat? What sort of threat?
That sort. If you excuse me a moment.
Fun. There you go.
See here. What's all this?
Not so fast, Your Excellency.
All the batteries are low.
Hey! Get back here with that Prime Minister!
It was Gladstone. I bet my life on it. This is perfectly in keeping with his lack of character. Show yourself, Gladstone! Show yourself, you feckless muck snipe!
Hey, we need to escape the area. There you go. You'll be 100% Singh.
Damn Gladstone! That bloody man! He will pay for this!
Thank you. What do you intend to do about Gladstone, young man?
I assure you, madam, Gladstone is innocent in this.
But he tried to kill my husband.
Well, we'll look into Gladstone. Perhaps you can help me with another inquiry, madam. A gentleman with ties to Parliament, older, wears cavalry uniforms and has a large mustache.
You seem like a rough and ready sort of fellow, Mr. Fry.
Well, yes I am, actually.
And are you familiar with the poorer districts of our city?
Roughly.
Wonderful. As it happens, I've been eager to tour the Devil's Acre. If you were to escort me, I'd be happy to assist you in your inquiry.
That strikes me as a dangerous idea.
Then it's settled. Come back here to Downing Street tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp. Good day, Mr. Fry.
I do remember this mission. This mission is something I remember. It's actually kind of rather infamous among the fan base. There is a moment in this upcoming mission that people think is kind of disrespectful towards another beloved character in the franchise, and I will explain what exactly that mission, what exactly it is once we get to that point. But this upcoming mission is just kind of like, a lot of people just kind of dislike it.
Excellent choice.
I'm not one of them. I actually kind of think it's kind of funny. But again, like, I just have a weird sense of humor.
Madam?
Mr. Fry.
Ready to take the air? Devil's Acre should just be coming alive.
I'm afraid I must cancel our engagement. The lawn is crawling with scandal-hunting journalists, and I simply cannot be seen in the company of someone so...
I'll see them off. You follow along when it's clear.
Yes, yes. Be gentle, won't you? The press are notoriously touchy about any violence to their person.
Ha 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 ha. I'll barely ruffle a hair on their heads.
Shh, Desmond.
That's it. She named her dog Desmond, and there are some fans who actually think that Desmond is essentially they named her Desmond because of the they named the dog Desmond because of Desmond Miles from the thing, just sort of like a little reference to that. But I believe she is actually a historical figure in real life, and I think she did have a dog in real life named Desmond.
That's yours, if you can get those chaps over there to follow me.
Right you are, sir. Blimey! Look! It's Squire Bancroft!
Best lead them astray before they tear me to shreds.
Mr. Bancroft! What's coming up next for the Prince of Wales?
Will you be performing Mr. Robertson's new work?
Who will you be playing?
Reese Miss Disraeli's carriage.
Neatly done, young man. Dizzy ought to keep you on to deal with the liberals.
Let's go.
In the cart, it's the Prime Minister's wife.
I really must not be seen here, Mr. Fry.
Hope you don't mind my poor driving, Mr. Disraeli.
Let us avoid these vultures.
Yeah, we're almost there, less than 200 meters away.
That's a girl. Steady on.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Fry. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
Okay.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats.
Thought we were trying to avoid attention.
Shut up, Desmond.
Do you know this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger, of all things. Remarkable how the working classes occupy themselves, isn't it?
Very industrious, I'm sure. Shall we go?
And so the vicar says, "Your pardon, Bishop, I thought that was the Eucharist."
I'm so sorry. I have no earthly idea what you're talking about.
Mrs. Disraeli. Everything all right?
Oh, yes. I
Eh?
just learned to whistle.
Right.
Why, Mr. Fry, I do believe that man is drunk.
I expect you're right, madam.
I'm going to ask what he's having.
Perhaps you'd let me recommend something instead.
Oh, Mr. Fry, look at those two.
Yes, they seem to be,
I've been married.
God damn it. You fucking suck. Restart from checkpoint. This is why people hate this mission. Not just people, not there's a dog named as after Desmond Miles, or people thinking the dog is named after Desmond Miles, but because it's this freaking escort mission that a lot of people hate.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Mr. Fry. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats.
Okay.
Do you know this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger, of all things.
Oh my god. Trying to like do this fast because I lost a lot of progress because I was right at the end of that thing and that guy detected me. I should be more careful.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Fry. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
This is an area that was a gang stronghold that I now control. It's just weird that you don't see my gang members here.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats. Quiet, Desmond.
The fuck? Fuck off. How did I get through this last time with no issues whatsoever and now this guy detects me twice now?
What a rough place. Give me your arm.
Freaking hate escort missions.
Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
Sometimes escort missions are actually done pretty well, but this is not one of those times. It just made unbelievably more frustrating.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats. Desmond, no! That dog. Do you know this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger, of all things. Remarkable how the working classes occupy themselves, isn't it?
Very industrious, I'm sure.
Shall we go? Bishop, I thought that was the Eucharist.
I'm so sorry. I have no earthly idea what you're talking about.
Mrs Disraeli.
Oh my god, I forgot about my low batteries. Hold on. Thank God this pauses this game, at least I think it does. The amount of times I drop this controller is honestly too many to count, and it just amazes me that I haven't broken it yet. Like, I would kind of be more worried about this back battery panel breaking of anything else with this controller because of how frequently I drop it.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes. I've just learned to whistle.
Right.
This guy detected me before.
Why, Mr. Fry, I do believe that man is drunk.
I expect you're right, madam.
I'm going to ask what he's having.
Perhaps you'd let me recommend something instead.
There's a very good reason indeed.
Oh, Mr. Fry, look at those two.
Yes, they seem to be,
I've been married twice, Mr. Fry. I'm fully aware of what they're doing. God bless them.
Shit! God damn it, he turned around. I'm gonna be detected. Hey, oh, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Hello from America. Norway, skill... I'm probably gonna offend someone trying to pronounce this. Just trying to do like the most frustrating mission of the game.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Fry. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
And if this mission wouldn't be that bad, like if it wasn't so long.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats.
I need to wait until this guy turns around and move forward. He's not facing me now, but he could face me now. Chocolate cake, the Norwegian word. I think I can go now.
You know, this gentleman is a... Oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger, of all things. Remarkable how the working classes occupy themselves, isn't it?
Very industrious, I'm sure.
Pardon, Bishop.
Shall we go?
That was the Eucharist.
I'm so sorry. I have no earthly idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Mrs. Disraeli.
I need to wait until this guy leaves because I got detected by him.
Just learn to whistle.
Right.
I can actually, I think I can see where the cake comes from in that name. I have no idea how you pronounce that first part.
Why, Mr. Fry? I do believe that man is drunk.
I expect you're right, madam.
I'm going to ask what he's having.
Perhaps you'd let me recommend something instead.
Oh, Mr. Fry, look at those two.
Okay. This is where I screwed up last time.
I've been married twice, Mr. Fry. I'm fully aware of what they're doing. God bless them.
Thing is, like, I don't know when would be a good time to go, because he's looking my direction. He'll be looking my direction when I try and go past. Back up, back up.
What sort of meat is that man selling?
Best not to ask.
Why? Is it something dreadful? Is it rat?
I don't mean to be indelicate, given the present company. But
Oh my God.
For it is bow wow mutton. Here we are. The old one.
We did it. We did it. Oh, my headset.
So this is a pint, is it? Remarkable.
Nice doggy.
Oh, it went that way. Keep barking, Desmond.
Good boy, Desmond. Hand over the mutt.
You'll change your tune when me and my friends find you.
Now then, Desmond, to get you back to your mistress, whom I've just left entirely unattended in one of London's most dangerous pubs.
Well, if you never told your father how you felt about him, how was he supposed to know?
I never thought of it that way. I suppose deep down we all just want to be loved.
Just so. Here, have a sweetie. Oh, Desmond and Mr. Fry, I'd like you to meet... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
John the Tosser.
Charmed. I think we better get you home.
Right you are, Mr. Fry. Come along, Desmond.
That's actually kind of a funny scene.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the dog walker.
Now, let's not do something we'll regret.
Finally, you get to kill someone. Or not. How are they still after me?
Well,
there you go.
Thank you for a most energetic and enlightening evening, Mr. Fry.
No, thank you, madam. Perhaps now you might tell me about the man in the hussar's uniform.
Quite right. Lord Cardigan is the gentleman you seek. Tiresome man. Always blathering on about his military adventures.
Do you know where I might find him for a private conversation?
I do indeed. He's in town now, as it happens, campaigning against the corrupt practices bill. Perhaps you could catch him in the Palace of Westminster. Do be careful. The government could ill afford another scandal.
I assure you, I'll be very discreet.
Okay, moving on. Gotta complete this mission. We should have 100% sync. We have completed one of the most annoying missions in the game. Shouldn't like encounter any more issues up until this point. At least I hope we don't.
Steady on. Easy.
Your stop, madam.
My stop. How delightful. Thank you. Thank you for a splendid evening, Mr. Fry. I shall be sure to speak highly of you to Dizzy. Oh, yes.
Please give me 100%. Yes. Very annoying mission. Inventory. The things we have for weapons, it's not marked. This, Dickens Cane and Darb's Bearjaw. This is also new Bold Eagle's Cookery, Pirate Knuckles, and Crow Strength. And Dirty Knuckles. No, not. I wanted to go to progression log. Go over here. Grab this, restocking supplies there. 9 new database entries. Go ahead and do the assassination mission once we restock, and we'll get started on sequence 8, I believe. I can't remember on sequence 8 or sequence 7. We're either going to be going into sequence 8 or sequence 9.
He's an odd fellow, is he not?
I actually can't wait to get started, to go into Assassin's Creed Origins. I think I'll have a lot of fun with that game. The one thing that is, it's kind of like a long ways away from like getting into Origins. We have 2 games that are on hiatus right now. There's Infamous 1 and Simply Pets, and those games will take priority over anything else. And
Nothing to your liking.
Assassin's Creed Origins is not even next in line in my queue. It's actually gonna be Darksiders 1, so we're a bit of ways away from actually start that.
What's this nonsense about needing a password to see Lord Cardigan today?
Relax. I've got it in my pocket.
Look sharp, men. Allow no one past unless I authorize them. Cardigan has gone too far this time. I've a mind to contact Scotland Yard myself.
Come now, gentlemen. I thought us united in opposition against this perfidious law.
You hear my dog barking? Can't do anything about it. Don't kill any policemen. Do not get detected by the target. Oop, he's come back. Need to wait for him to turn around and go the other way.
Balaclava. Of course it bloody is.
You're unbelievable. Who beats people over the speaker? I wanted to use this room weeks ago.
We have an intruder! What's the problem here?
Please go ahead and restart and checkpoint. I don't know why I wasn't getting into the stealth. I was nestled in with a group of people, but it wasn't really working.
Seems the Corrupt Practices Bill is likely to pass.
Lord knows Disraeli's played his cards very prettily. Nearly getting assassinated was the best thing for his career.
Gladstone's beside himself.
Gladstone allowed himself to be outmaneuvered. He should be.
Come then, let's go.
I just need to get inside. No need for this to get messy.
All right. Just don't hurt me.
Okay.
It shows a sense that in order to put down this great evil, it is necessary to go out of the common path.
Scandalous. Open bribery in the very halls of Parliament? Absolutely scandalous. Didn't Ferris Ironworks pay you £1,000 just last month?
May be for committees of this house to be impartial on the question of whom the seat shall be awarded.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Sergeant.
And it's try to do it a different way. I do like
Pardon me, gentlemen. Sergeant Freddie Aberline of Scotland Yard. Where might this scandalous activity be taking place?
Oh, yes. It's, just this way. Follow me, Sergeant, but discreetly, if you would. One doesn't like to be seen airing a fellow member of Parliament's dirty linen. What?
Someone's here!
I'll be very discreet.
I do like the checkpoint system for this.
My clothes all fell into the Thames.
Spare me, please. If not for me, for them.
Just let me go, please. I'll do anything you want.
You! We have an intruder!
Okay.
That crazy crow boy is here. You dare to do such a thing?
There he is! Slippery little cat! Just rip them to pieces!
Come on.
God help me.
Okay.
What's for the root boy? This is the end.
Stay clear.
So far, I've not been detected. I have to wait until this guy turns around if I want to at least do something a little bit stealthy.
Are not wavering in their duties,
Disraeli supporters are rallying in the wake.
Password. Balaclava.
Come in.
Minister Hack. Now then, let's discuss this like... Good God! Who the bloody hell...
Oh, shut up.
Nice, Jacob.
Coward! Villain! Alas, that the hero of Balaclava should fall not on the gloried fields of Crimea, but to an assassin's blade in the very halls of power.
Are you finished yet?
Take your bow, knave, for you have managed what no Russian battery, what no Indian tiger could achieve. Claim your trophy, and may you choke on it.
Yes, but do tell me more about Balaclava.
Farewell. Farewell, dear Britannia. Your dawn shall be dimmer that the Earl of Cardigan sees it not. God save the Queen and the 11th Hussars.
What a prick.
They still need to not kill any policemen.
Kick the shit out of you.
Escape the area. And we should have it done. 100% sync. And achievement.
You okay?
Apart from the death squad on our tail, apart from that.
Backup's on the way. Why are you pushing yourself so hard? It's not your job to fight Templars.
I had this colleague. He was our boss's son. I didn't much care for him at the start. Everyone treated him like he was so bloody special. To me, he just wasn't invested in anything that didn't affect him personally. But I was wrong about him. He became my friend, put himself through hell, and he saved us all in the end. So I reckon, well, I can't apologize to him, but I can try and live up to his example.
You are a good assassin.
Holy jeez!
Hello. It has been too long.
Galena! Blimey, I have not seen you since we blew up that lab in Paris.
Ah, there were many explosions and you screamed like a baby. Bishop tells me Otzelberg is here. I will kill him for you.
Super, great news. Now, if you wouldn't mind keeping watch, I am going to lie down and die now.
Rest. We have a big fight coming.
That's funny.
Rebecca are safe for now, but we're still relying on you to find us that shroud.
It's kind of like an interesting like moment of reflection from Sean regarding Desert Miles.
For me?
What the fuck was that? Okay. Never seen that before. And I was gonna go into inventory, outfits, check out Blackguard suit. Why is it taking so long to load it in? Why is it taking so long to load? It's like 10 feet away from me. Okay, on to sequence 8. Search for Crawford Steric and the Piece of Eden continues on its ever-curving path, but Jacob is still surprised when his actions attract the attention of London's biggest criminal mastermind, Maxwell Roth.
A dinner invitation.
And with whom are you dining this evening?
Maxwell Roth.
The leader of the Blighters. You're not going?
Of course not.
It looks like we only have one mission available to us. Right? 90% synchronization. Oh. This is a short sequence. I guess we may as well get started. We maybe want to finish this sequence before we wrap things up for today. We have about an hour left in the stream, but we're likely going to be able to complete like 2 missions. A lot of people, while we're on the topic of missions, I guess you could say, a lot of people actually view the assassination mission for this sequence to be the best assassination mission. And a lot of people, some people view it to be the best assassination in the series. Some view it to be the best assassination in the game. Personally, from what I remember of the series, I think there are some assassinations I actually like more. Like, an example is of an assassination mission I like more, is actually in Assassin's Creed Revelations. When you try and assassinate this guard that kind of survives your blade in the cave city, that was a great assassination mission. It was one of the few times where someone actually survived an assassination. I will say, from what I remember of this mission, the assassination mission for the sequence is a little bit more unique. I do not think we'll be able to get to it this stream. But we're certainly making some progress.
Just remembered, I've another ring.
You'll tell us where Bronson went. There must be something.
Leaving empty-handed?
So far, I've been doing good. So far, we have been doing pretty well in relation to getting 100% synchronization. There's some missions that's definitely been giving us some trouble, but I'm getting through it. I no longer think that we're going to be able to beat the campaign in this stream. We may have to do it next time, but we'll definitely get close.
You won't find the likes of these anywhere else in London.
Where's the entrance to this place?
Better check the back.
I don't know why Jacob would be willing to do this. Like, I would be highly suspicious of an invitation. I think that I'm walking into a trap.
I'm here to see Mr. Roth.
Weapons?
No, thank you. I've got my own.
You should be on the stage, sir. This way.
Oh, enemies.
Ah, our honored guest has arrived. Come, sit. I've had my eye on you for some time. I find your heroics in battling the great Crawford Starrick quite magnificent.
I've been picking off your soldiers one by one. Doesn't that make you angry?
On the contrary, surprise is a spice of life. Now, Mr. Starrick, that's a different story. I'm drowning in directives, all terribly boring. Let's say we work together and bring him down.
I'm not so sure about that.
My friend, if I fail to provide you with the chance to cause Starrick some pain, well, you can charge into this theater and kill me yourself.
What do you get out of all this?
The chance to have a little fun with the bravest man in London.
You have a deal.
Is this gonna be another drunk mission?
This way. Well, you don't expect me to go alone, do you? Take the reins. Driver, to St. Pancras. And don't spare the horses.
I thought you and Starrick would be fighting for the same ends. What happened?
Ah, you know. He required my services to train his gang leaders. But the man is dreadful.
You don't say.
Freedom, Jacob. Stealing that is far more than a sin. It denies us our humanity.
Right you are. And St. Pancras will ease our suffering?
The station contains a large shipment of explosives to be dispatched to Starrick and Co.
And you intend to steal it?
What? No. I intend to blow it up. Yes, this will do nicely.
Let's go. Slow down.
Okay, following Mr. Roth.
There's a train parked inside St. Pancras.
Then I'm to do away with Starrick's merchandise, leaving chaos in my wake?
Why not, Jacob? Why not? As we speak, the up train is headed towards us. That may help you enter the station unseen.
As long as it remains on the tracks.
I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. I shall make certain any reinforcements from Starrick are kept away from the station.
Okay. Well, we got one of the optional objectives done.
Where are they?
Maybe the business here will soon be...
I see someone! How did he get one? What's he doing here? Break you in half!
I destroy all the dynamite bag 90. That should be pretty easy. Clear the area and sabotage the alarm bells first.
When this shift's over, I can finally get home to see my sister.
Ready to shoot! Clear a path!
Hey, there's another achievement, multi-talented. That's one achievement you don't have to farm. Okay, just want to make sure there's no more alarm bells. One over there.
Where did he come from? I'll bleed. He was right here. Oh, you scared?
Want to make sure all the threats are taken care of.
We'd have been better off if we had these supplies 6 months ago.
That's a fact.
Heads up! Someone up there again, lost.
Okay, let's go ahead and ignite some of these guys.
Someday, you blighters will understand that I'm doing this for your own good.
Ignite.
I'm crazy. Dare to do such a thing?
2 down. Be ashamed to stop now.
Ignite. So far, so good. Another ignite here. Jacob! Jacob! What the fuck were you doing? I was trying to tell you to free run off the train and you were just being a fucking idiot. I got so lucky that didn't kill me. What the fuck, Jacob?
Now to find somebody to drive this hunk of metal.
Oh my god, that was just horrifying. All your friends are dead.
Get your bleeding hands off me! What do you think you're up to?
Hush now, please. Do be quiet, sir. No need to make a fuss.
All your friends are dead.
What do you want from me?
I just need you to keep the engine stoked.
All right, I'll help you. Don't hurt me.
Think of me as another passenger. I just happen to have a rather large blade pointed at your back.
Thankfully, all the guys are dead. So at least we went in prepared. It kind of sucked if we had some guys here when we were trying to do like a pacifist route, I guess, but not really my style. It's not necessary and going in guns blazing.
Would you be so kind as to get some steam?
Splendid! Starrick will be on his knees in no time. My hat is off to you. Apologies, I must run. Do come see me again.
%, Singh. Yeah, I'm trying to do one more mission. I'm taking a look at everything. I'm gonna take a look at the cape. I can't really do this. Just go switch to Evie real quick. It's level 8. Ain't that good. Where did we get the royal cloak from? Oh. That must be from related to a specific side quest chain we have yet to unlock. I have all of Evie's outfits except for the Nightshade cloak. That's actually a really cool design for Evie. What outfit, what bonus does that give me? Increase kukri damage, I really kind of wish that, you could have like transmog available, where you can just have like an outfit equipped. Like, you can, I wish you can have like this outfit, but with this design, is what I'm trying to say. Other games you can transmog your outfits where you can just wear the outfits you want with the stats you want, but you can look, it will look completely different. And unfortunately, we don't have that option. I really love the look of this Nightshade cloak, but I do not like the increased kukri damage by 10%. Also, what's this? Oh.
Let's get to it then.
Gonna do this next mission. This will be the last mission we do for this stream before we wrap things up. Assuming it doesn't like in like 10 minutes.
If you're pleased, I'm pleased.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this next mission. If I didn't freaking get blown up by that bomb because Jacob just wasn't running off the train, then I probably wouldn't need to restock on supplies, but I'd use a medicine to heal myself out because Jacob was an idiot. I'm really so much like Jacob's fault at this games. And I said before, like one meme that I always get a little enjoyment out of is that meme of Assassin's Creed 3, where it shows like Connor on the side of a building with the text saying "climb up," effing climb up, and then like the next panel is Connor just does a back eject off the building, and the next panel is just like someone throwing a controller through the screen. I absolutely love that meme so much. And feel like that is applicable in a lot of Assassin's Creed games.
Jacob. He is beautiful, isn't he? I planned a perfect second outing for us.
Have you?
There's borrowing to be done. 3 of Starrick's henchmen are about to disappear.
Oh, you sly devil.
Oh, and I'm coming along this time. There is no sense in giving you all the glory. Off to my carriage we go. Lewis!
He has like such a great personality. He's just, I know that he's supposed to be like an antagonist. Like clearly he's set out to be like the guy you kill.
You know how it is. You.
But he has like such like an interesting personality.
Starrick have built their own prisons. It's a dreadful waste.
They could be building gangs instead.
No. Why build when you can ebb and flow like the sea? I would not deign to pin them down.
Oh, you wouldn't, would you? What about your bird?
It's not building anything. It just is, my dear.
Do not kill anyone inside the target locations. Don't let the target escape from being kidnapped. Oh boy.
I dare say I shall never tire of the National Gallery.
Why does Starrick interest himself with art?
He's hired a fiendishly talented woman. One Hattie Cadwallader.
Bring your carriage around and wait for the cargo. I shan't be very long. Someone around here must know Miss Hattie Cadwallader. I'm looking for Miss Hattie Cadwallader.
Ain't seen her. I knows what she's been up to, though.
And what's that?
Friggin' art, sir. She benched a statue not far from here.
The statue must be around here somewhere.
Pedestal statue appears to be missing.
Now, where is that statue? Hey, Smalley. Know anything about what happened here?
I saw who pinched it, sir.
Miss Cadwallader?
She hides down the sewers, sir.
Of course it's sewers. Why the bloody sewers?
What the heck was that?
Let's get him out of here! Stop him!
Restart from checkpoint. That'd be a stealthy way to get in there.
Why the bloody sewers?
Watch for the rook boy! Don't look behind you! How dare you! Get him! No way for you to win! You've already lost! You don't stand a chance! He can't defeat you all! You won't get away, you rat! Believe it holds!
And I'm restart again. Really sad I can't kill anyone. I'm actually gonna go in there a little bit, but I'm probably gonna back out. I want to take a look at the underground map and see if there's like a better exit I could take.
Why the bloody sewers?
I need to see if there's another entrance. No? That'd be something. Dude, I knew where he was, she was. What am I supposed to do?
missions?
Wasn't Starrick who sent me.
Then who?
Maxwell Roth sends his regards.
Gotta be a better way to sneak past. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Thank God he's an idiot. Thank God he's an idiot. Okay, so far so good. We go this way. Kind of like a roundabout way, but it's safe. I think desynchronization will up ahead, at least I think so. As has the range of my eagle vision. It very well could be. Okay, we're safe now.
Why, Miss Cadwallader, what a pleasant surprise.
You'll be hearing from Mr. Starrick, Roth.
Ha! I look forward to it.
Why the Alhambra?
Every good criminal needs a place to invest his ill-gotten gains. And what's better than distracting the world with a little light entertainment while you do so?
Oh, come now. You can't tell me you don't enjoy the triumph of a well-received play. The plaudits and praise, the reviews.
I enjoy being entertained, Jacob. If one of the productions pleases me, I am over the moon. The theatre is in my blood. As you so astutely discerned, theatric...
I didn't mean to skip it.
In place of Starrick's head of security, one Benjamin Raffles. Those who cross him tend to disappear without warning.
Sounds like we'll be fast friends.
Be careful. His guards are never far away.
What's the meaning of this? Did Rob send you? The villain?
You have your villains mixed up, Mr. Raffles. The man you work for is the real villain here.
That'd be a safe place to leave. Obviously, that's not a good place. Maybe it will. As I walk carefully, it won't be detected. Okay. So far, so good. That guy turning towards, to be honest, he kind of scared me a little bit.
My most fragrant Raffles. How very good to see you again.
Farewell, Roth.
It's into the back with you, then.
Who is this Lewis that works for you?
A bit of an odd fish, isn't he? Came to me a few years past.
He's very solemn.
But always so polite. And he has many other talents.
Who am I looking for?
Chester Swinehorn. A copper by day and snitch by night. Remove him from the pack, and you cut Sterrick's ties to the police force.
Must be good at what he does to keep the charade going for so long.
He is indeed, dear boy.
Okay. Reach Scotland Yard. This may be a tough place to infiltrate.
Keep moving. Who's a good horse? You are.
So far, the hardest place I had to infiltrate was the first one. That may have been because I was being impatient.
That's the way. Easy, girl. Easy. All these bobbies give me goose flesh.
Welcome to Scotland Yard.
Now, Swineborn. Let's not make a scene.
You're not going to get away with this.
Oh, but I am.
Where are you taking me?
A friend would like to say a quick how do you do.
It's a miracle he didn't attack me. I have to wait until it leaves. So I can't go out the front door. Let's hurry up and leave. Now just follow the restricted area around until we get back to Maxwell Rock, and this should be mission complete. Assuming it doesn't think I'm leaving the area when I go around this corner. Because it's done that before. Around the home stretch. So, apart from that first location, the other two locations, the other two kidnap locations, was actually pretty easy. Like, I had a lot more maneuverability than I did with the first one. First one, like, infiltrating the sewer was just so hard because of the layout, patrol route.
Roth? It's been a while.
You've really let yourself go. Shame. Now, it's into the back with you.
We did it. Should be able to get a full synchronization now.
Doing fine, girl.
That was annoying. Very annoying mission. They got done.
Excellent work. Do come find me at the Alhambra. I have more amusements planned for us.
Woo! That was hard. Alright, so, fortunately, since I can't predict how long the next mission is going to take me, I think this is a good stopping point as any. Next time we will be very well beating this campaign. Just want to check one thing, and that's how many missions are in sequence 9? Sequence 9. Let me just go ahead and look this up real quick. Assassin's Creed Syndicate sequences. Oh, stop ads, stop ads, stop. Oh my god, I hate the mouse pad. So there are four missions in sequence 9. So it looks like that we may very well be finishing this game next stream. And we're 92% synchronized. That's awesome. So, if you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate yet again next Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be streaming Stardew Valley for 100% completion on Tuesdays and Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be streaming Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for 100% completion on Thursdays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Hello everyone, and welcome to another post-stream session where we go over all of the new entries for the database. Today, I think we have like 12 new entries to read. Let's go ahead and get things started. First and foremost, something I forgot to do was check out the double air assassination thing, what that gave us. We got slightly decreases in noise caused by assassination. That's gonna be good. Going first into Evie's notebook, entry 7. Philip Twopenny at the Bank of England is dead, and Jacob's flair for causing trouble has struck again. It seems that despite warnings that he must exercise care and discretion when dealing with the Bank of England, Jacob has proceeded in his most heavy-handed manner. The newspapers are reporting the scandal, questioning the security of the nation's currency, and it seems that in the ensuing chaos, a gang of counterfeiters managed to infiltrate the bank and make off with the printing plates for pound notes, actually endangering the security of the nation's currency. I met with Sergeant Aberline, who explained the situation while overseeing an unruly mob. Prices in the marketplace had already begun to rise, causing riots. The sergeant predicted nothing less than complete economic collapse. I attempted to calm his nerves, but his concern was not misplaced. However, between us, we concocted a scheme to reclaim the plates and replace them in the bank. Once the bank staff found that the plates had never left the building and the newspapers began to report the mistake, the public seemed to disbelieve the stories about Twopenny as well. Prices had stabilized and any counterfeit currency had been destroyed. I remain alert for Jacob's next adventure and what new trouble it may bring. Entry number 8. Lucy Thorne is dead. I recovered the key she stole from me, but I still have not found the shroud. Our searches for Henry's catalogs did turn up an image of the key in the casket it is supposed to open. The casket was in the possession of the royal family, kept at the Tower of London. I set out for the Tower alone. I feel that Mr. Green would have accompanied me. Had I asked, I felt it was best that I carry out this task alone. This one was already there when I arrived. The Templars had thoroughly infiltrated the yeoman, so it was with difficulty that I made my way inside St. John's Chapel, where Miss Thorne was continuing her search. She had not found the promised casket, but hoped that it might be there concealed in a hidden vault. We fought. This time I did not let my guard down. Miss Thorne revealed a little upon her death, save for an admonishment that I do not know the true extent of the shroud's power. It was likely a posture, but it's true that I know very little. I will find out more when the shroud itself is in my possession. In any case, the casket was not in the chapel. It must have been removed at some point in the last century. So when and to where, I cannot say. We must find it before the Templars. I wonder why it's underlined. I have examined and re-examined the notebook that we recovered from the dockyards, along with Edward Kenway's history of the assassins, but the bolt holes revealed nothing relevant. Henry and I are at our wits' end. We must assume that the Templars are no further than we are. Henry has arrived with submitted news. He is obviously excited, so I will finish this later. Moving on to Templar Conspiracy. Lord Cardigan. A target bio, date of birth 16 October 1797, died in 28 March 1868. Lieutenant General James Thomas Brunel, 7th Earl of Cardigan, stands as a shining example of British aristocracy. I was trying to pronounce autocracy. It was a different form of government. Circa the first half of the 19th century, which is to say he was a pompous, blustery git who never met a failure he couldn't buy his way out of and liked to play as soldiers with very large guns and natural human lives, or as he might have called them, peasants. He grew up in Buckinghamshire in the lap of luxury, as his father inherited the earldom of Cardigan. I don't know why I keep on mispronouncing that name. When young James was only 14, despite being educated at some of the finest schools in England, he never earned a degree. I can't find any record of when he joined the Templars, presumably because when you're born this rich and connected to the doctor, removes a silver spoon from your gob, slaps you on the arse, hands you a cross-pate ring, and sends you on your way. In 1818, he became a member of Parliament for Marlborough, a small region of Wiltshire, regrettably lacking in grizzled smoking cowboys, though if you're there, try a pint of Henry's at the Lamb, ask for Jackie. This was convenient as his cousin owned the borough, not that stopped him from buggering off on a grand tour of Europe before taking a seat in mind. After all, one can hardly let little things like governance or responsibility get in the way of gadding about with Russian women. When he finally did take a seat, he was an unremarkable parliamentarian and apparently an unpopular one. During a campaign in 1832, despite having spent some 20,000 euros, 1,660,000 in today's money, he was assaulted and badly beaten in a rally. I suppose that's what happens when you loudly and frequently use phrases like reformist nonsense and preserving the ancient rights of nobility when winning the hearts and minds of the common folk. Having failed rather remarkably in politics, he turned his attention to the military. Spurred on by his youthful admiration of Wellington's cavalry at Waterloo and I suspect a love of all the pretty horses, he, and I swear I am not making this up, formed his own troop of horse to guard against reformist uprisings in Northamptonshire. When the Northern menace failed, is that a typo? Is I supposed to say when the Northern? Or is that like a, what the people that live in Northamptonshire, or it's called? I don't know. When the Northern menace failed to emerge, he joined the Hussars. For over the course of a few years, he bought his way up from a lieutenant's rank to lieutenant general and commanded the 11th Hussars. Along the way, he accumulated a court-martial for reprehensible conduct, a dismissal from the army by King William himself, and a prosecution for illegal dueling, all which he managed to have reversed or dismissed, thanks to his family connections. When he was finally sent off to India to take command of his forces, he spent a year and a half meandering his way to the colony, only to arrive just in time for a bit of tiger shooting before the 11th Hussars, who had been stationed there for several years, to be recalled to England. Lord Cardigan, he inherited the earldom in 1837, traveled separately aboard a private yacht, because of course he did. If I didn't think he was such a tit, I'd love him. Despite a long and illustrious career of absolute faffery, Cardigan is most famous for leading the charge of the Light Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava. Though initial rumors suggested that he absented himself from the battle altogether, it seems he did in fact lead the charge, and from the front no less. Whatever his faults, he certainly possessed a breed of personal courage that comes from the certainty that the world would never dare lay a hand on you. Mind you, he also apparently never bothered to look back to see that his men were being slaughtered, and upon realizing that the battle was lost, he retired to his private yacht for a champagne dinner, so it's not as though he was seized by the spirit of gallantry. After the war, Cardigan returned to England, where he spent his retirement vigorously campaigning against reform and for his own recognition as a hero of the Crimea. In his very slight defense, he did contribute a great deal of money to many veterans' charities, and toward the end of his life he campaigned in favor of the Reform Act of 1867, but since that law served chiefly to bring the House of Commons under the dominance of the upper classes, that strikes me more as a Templar machinations than any sort of change of heart. But at least from him we get the cardigan sweater, beloved of hipsters and children's TV presenters the world over. Database. You have encyclopedia, people, allies. Benjamin Disraeli, date of birth 21 December 1804, died 19 April 1881. A novelist, a dandy, and a man practicing law, Benjamin Disraeli, albeit surprisingly, came to be one of Europe's leading statesmen. The first and thus far only Jewish Prime Minister of England, Disraeli became famous for shaping the modern Conservative Party and for his feud with William Ewart Gladstone. Disraeli was born in London in 1804 to Isaac and Maria Disraeli. When Benjamin was 12 years of age, Isaac converted his family to the Anglican Church following a dispute with the local synagogue. Later, Benjamin would further Anglicize, I don't know how you pronounce that. That has at least two pronunciations, either Anglicize or Anglicize, because it's pronounced Anglican Church. You know that. His name from Disraeli to Disraeli when he went to work for Maple's law firm in 1821, though his exact motivations are unknown. Possibly he got fed up of spelling it out for people. Before entering the House of Commons, Disraeli dipped his toe in the waters of both literature and the stock exchange. It was fortunate that it was only his toe, too, because when he found himself both a critical failure and massively in debt, he suffered a nervous breakdown. So, despite it all, he finally found his way into Parliament in 1837, gaining a seat in the Conservative Party. It was during this period that he forged his lifelong rivalry with Gladstone. In 1839, Disraeli married Mary Ann Lewis for what was thought by many to be of financial reasons, but the couple at least grew to love each other and remained bound until her death in 1872. Dizzy married me for money, Mary once stated, but if he had the chance again, he would marry me for love. Disraeli became Prime Minister for the first time in 1868, but failed to win that year's election. He led the opposition to a majority once again in 1874, becoming Prime Minister for a second time with a reign lasting 6 years. Suffering from gout and severe asthma, Disraeli died in 1881. Queen Victoria, with whom he had made good friends over the course of his political tenure, was distraught by his passing, but due to the royal protocol, was forbidden from attending his funeral. Mary Ann Disraeli, date of birth 11 November 1792. Mary Ann Disraeli, née Vinnie, Viscountess Beaconsfield, was a prominent figure in British high society throughout most of the 19th century. She married Benjamin Disraeli in 1839, shortly after her first husband passed away, and was his constant companion, friend, and advisor until the day she died. Her affection of a silly, scatterbrained demeanor and penchant for saying the sort of thing that made proper Victorians waggle their mustaches disapprovingly masked a keen political mind, and between the two of them it was joked that Benjamin married her for her money, but do it again for love. This is rather more charming if you realize that Mary Ann was quite skint when they were married. What does skint mean? That's not a word in my vocabulary, and I'm genuinely curious what that means. Skint definition. Of a person having little or no money available. Huh. That's interesting. It should be noted, though, that the Disraelis, both of whom were romantics to the core, had a rather trying marriage at first. Benjamin hid his extensive debts from her for years, and both felt the sting of public disapproval. The Victorian tabloids made today's bat boy sightings and illegitimate alien love children look downright reputable. Rather than wallow in misery, as is the English way, the pair once again flouted convention by working out their problems and strengthening their relationship until their marriage became the storybook romance of which they had both dreamed. In 1868, when Queen Victoria wanted to raise Disraeli to the nobility, but he preferred to stay in the House of Commons, Mary Ann leapt upon the proverbial grenade and was dubbed a Viscountess Beaconsfield. As ever, she made ways for her refusal to abide by the accepted standards of Victorian society. At court, her outfits frequently outdid the Queen's, and once she joined the ranks of nobility, she seized on every opportunity to show off the ladies who had once scorned her. Yet she was also active in many charitable causes, organizing aid for the less fortunate. She also put her keen political mind to work on the campaign trail with her husband, winning hearts and minds to sheer baby-kissing determination. At the time of her death, the Disraelis were celebrated throughout Britain as a shining example of the joy, commitment, and success a proper union could bring. Mary Ann Disraeli is buried along with her husband, who outlived her by several years, at the Church of St. Michael and All Angels in Hugenden, Buckinghamshire. Enemies. Lord Cardigan, we have already read. Maxwell Roth, date of birth unknown. Although there is no record of Maxwell Roth's existence, there is a story he likes to tell. He tells us a tale of a boy named Oberon who was born and raised by loving parents who acted in a traveling theater troupe. Here the boy learned to sing, dance, recite Shakespeare, and charm the masses, but times were tough on the nomadic thespians, and they turned instead to a life of crime in an attempt to make ends meet, thieving and defrauding between performances. With their reputation worsening as time went on and the emotional toll of an elegant lifestyle robbing them of their passion, the close-knit group soon disbanded and parted ways. This broke the young Oberon's heart, though it filled his mind with joy because I bloody hate nomadic thespians. In a vain attempt to console the boy, his parents assured him that there is always a reason for everything and moved with him to London. Fortunately, even there, they found themselves haunted by the ghosts of their past and thus unable to find steady work. Instead, the family lived on the streets, a boy in and out of workhouses. Wistfully regarding rich families from afar, Oberon would often complain to his parents that life was unfair, and again they told him that there was a reason for everything. One day he had enough. In an attempt to recapture the happiness he recalled from his days in the troupe, he assumed the name Maxwell Roth and ran away to join the circus, in whatever capacity they would allow. Under the big top, he excelled, learning everything from acrobatics and boxing to sleight of hand. When this new life went the way of the former, Maxwell did not let his failure get him down. Instead, he returned to London and set out to apply his skills to the criminal underworld. As the years went on, Roth was in and out of prison, worked numerous jobs from street cleaner to gun for hire, gaining a reputation as an extraordinary but dangerously uncontrollable bare-knuckle boxer by the CV so far. In his most emotionally charged moments, no other boxer could bring him down. Within a few years, his deadly combination of brains and brawn set his network expand and his infamy grow. Some men worked for him, others simply owed him money, but all feared him. It was perhaps unsurprising then that he was soon sought out by Templar Grandmaster Crawford Starrick. Starrick offered Roth an incredible sum for his expertise and assigned him the training of 7 powerful soldiers that could lead a mighty game that would dominate the streets of London. Now a rich man, Roth bought and refurbished a burnt-out theater in the Strand, what is now called the Alhambra Music Hall. Roth made this his base of operations, and all the while maintaining a legitimate facade by funding shows for the public to enjoy. At his time under Starrick's employment moves ever forward, Roth grows increasingly frustrated at Starrick's control over his life, but he has learned to hope for a future out of Starrick's grasp, knowing there may not be a reason for everything. Of the people, William Gladstone, date of birth 29 December 1809, date of death 19 May 1898. Known as the People's William by supporters, which has to be one of the weirdest nicknames I ever heard. William Ewart Gladstone was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom 4 times and ranked one of the greatest Prime Ministers of all time. Born in Liverpool, young William was the 5th of 6 children to Anne Mackenzie and Sir John Gladstone. He attended Christ Church at Oxford, where he studied mathematics and classics, served as president of the Union Debating Society, and became an advocate for Toryism. Gladstone was elected to Parliament in 1832 in the House of Commons, was a member of High Toryism and opposed abolition of slavery. Later, when slavery was abolished, he helped his father collect over 100,000 euros from the government for having owned over 2,000 slaves across 9 plantations in the Caribbean. During his time in Parliament, he met and began to despise the lifelong rival Benjamin Disraeli, appalled by his foppish attire. Where he excelled in the House of Commons, he struggled in his social life. Gladstone had a difficult time finding a wife after being rejected by both Caroline Eliza Farquhar and Lady Frances Harriet Douglas. He met the charming Catherine Glynn. The two were later married and stayed together for 59 years until he passed away, because 59 years must have been tiring. In 1840, Gladstone took it upon himself to rescue and rehabilitate prostitutes, a practice he continued for the next several decades despite the backlash from his peers. After leaving and returning to Parliament several times, Gladstone served as Chancellor of the Exchequer in 1859 and leader of the Liberal Party in 1868. He served his first premiership later that year until 1874 and then promptly retired. God, my eyes are dry. Angry with Disraeli's changes during his retirement, returned to Parliament and served another 3 times as Prime Minister, 1880 to 1885, 1886, and 1892 to 1894. Unlike his rival, Gladstone was known for his poor relations with Queen Victoria. She is quoted having complained about him, saying, "He always addressed me as if I were a public meeting." William Gladstone died of heart failure in old age in 1898 and was buried in Westminster Abbey. His wife later laid next to him. After she died too, Catherine Gladstone, date of birth 6 January 1812, date of death 14 June 1900. Standing beside her husband, Catherine Gladstone's life was not quite as public. Her father having died when she was only 3, Catherine and her siblings, Mary and Stephen, were raised by their mother. Catherine and Mary grew to be extremely close, getting married on the same day as the same venue, and Catherine acting like a mother to her children when Mary passed away in 1857. Catherine met William Ewart Gladstone through her brother in 1834, and the two great people, as Mary had called the couple, married in 1839. The couple were together for 59 years before Gladstone's death in 1898 and had 8 children together. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of children. Though notoriously untidy, Catherine was a brilliant woman who devoted her life to improving the lives of others. Desmond, not funny, universe, not funny at all. Jeez, what do you find in there? Sean's been locked in his room for hours. I can't find the whiskey and I'm pretty sure I hear crying. As I said, this is a moment of controversy among the fan base. A lot of people think that Desmond was named after Desmond Miles as a reference to him. This kind of reinforces that. But I believe Desmond was actually the name of Madame Disraeli's dog in real life. I'm pretty sure she did have a dog named Desmond. I could be wrong, though. That's funny. Locations: Westminster. 10 Downing Street. Despite being known around the world as the official residence of the Prime Minister of Great Britain, it wasn't until 1908 that Prime Ministers were legally required to live at 10 Downing Street. The street was named after George Downing, a man who served as Oliver Cromwell's chief of intelligence during the English Civil War. When the monarchy reclaimed power at the end of the war, Downing used his powers of persuasion to avoid execution and pledged his services to King Charles II. Oh, my eyes. The first residence built on the side of 10 Downing Street was a home of Sir Thomas Knivet, which was given to him by Queen Elizabeth in 1581. Knivet's greatest accomplishment was arresting Guy Fawkes and foiling the terrorist attack on Westminster Palace. I guess that's worth a house. I heard the name Guy Fawkes recently. It's interesting. So Guy Fawkes actually kind of came recently as in a Discord group chat I'm in, where I was kind of referencing like someone asked one of my someone I know, someone in this chat who lives in Britain, if he dressed as Guy Fawkes for this holiday, and he said no, and I had no idea who Guy Fawkes was, never looked it up, but apparently maybe like there's a holiday in England that just celebrates this failed terrorist attack or something. I don't know. Now, the first Prime Minister to reside at 10 Downing Street was Sir Robert Walpole. Is he the same Walpole that... Is he related to Duncan Walpole from Assassin's Creed 4? I wonder. King George II offered Walpole a house as a gift in 1738, but Walpole only accepted the offer on the condition that 10 Downing Street become the official residence of the Prime Minister. Because nearly all Prime Ministers preferred to live in their own homes, 10 Downing Street fell into disrepair over time. By this time, Benjamin Disraeli was elected Prime Minister in 1868. The home was, in his words, stingy and decaying. Disraeli convinced Parliament to pay to renovate the residence, although Disraeli had to pay out of pocket to refurbish the private rooms. Present day, people. Galina Baronina, date of birth 30 July 1983. Galina and her twin sister Advyotia were born in the assassin Soviet science facility in Provino, which honestly sounds amazing. Unfortunately, their lives are basically a never-ending horror movie. The facility and team acquired a schematic for an early version of the Animus and believed that if they could create the machine before stereo, then the assassins would gain an edge in our long war. Fortunately, they lacked the materials and expertise to make the damn thing work. That didn't stop their mentor, Galina's mother, from forcing all the assassins into prolonged sessions, including her twin daughters. Over time, the bleeding effect began to take hold, and the scientific community was driven insane. Desperate, Galina reached out for help and found Gavin Banks, an assassin whose memory was to find surviving cells and reconnect them to a global brotherhood. Galina led Gavin and his team back to Provino, where they euthanized the poor deranged creatures trapped inside. Galina killed her own mother and twin sister, which isn't something I think you could consider easy, even if you often squabbled. Gavin recruited her to his team, which was good for him, as he has the unfortunate habit of getting the shit kicked out of him. During its time in the Animus allowed her to acquire the skills of her assassin ancestors, it also may or may not have driven her crazy. One time in Norway, I saw Galena talking to herself. When I asked her about it, she told me that she was talking to her dead sister who follows her everywhere she goes. Nope. RC. For Beth Crane. Events, Crimean War, has perhaps the pettiest reason to start a war since the Americans got a bit shirty over a borrowing of their sailors in 1812. The Crimean War, 1853 to 1856, began as a disagreement over whether Catholic or Orthodox Christians could control the churches in the Holy Land. Of course, it was about whether Britain or Russia was allowed to have the bigger empire, but we don't talk about that in polite society. Casus Belli was when Napoleon III sent a warship into the Black Sea to politely suggest that the Ottoman Sultan Abdulmecid, the first crazy name, crazy guy, acknowledged French Catholicism as the authority over Christian sites in the Holy Land. This rather annoyed Tsar Nicholas I, since up until this point the Eastern Orthodox Church had controlled those sites, and he responded by sending 2 corps to the banks of the Danube. Diplomatic relations soured from there, and since the British and French were leery of Russian expansionism and had troops in the area anyways, they decided they might as well pitch in on the Ottoman side. As you can expect from the name, most of the conflict was fought in the Crimea, with the Russian Empire on one side and the alliance of British, France, and the Ottoman Empire and Sardinia on the other. It was also one of the first truly modern wars, if large masses of men shooting each other over which got to call themselves emperor wherever can be called modern. Technology like the exploding artillery shell, the railroad, and the telegraph shaped the conflict, and the advent of the photographic technology meant it was one of the first wars to be documented in the press. This was particularly delightful in that the great legacy of the Crimean War was a rank incompetence and general mismanagement on part of the leadership of all sides. Something to really be proud of there. If we're going to be inept, be really inept. For the citizens on the home front, puffed up with patriotic fervor, this was a bit like going to see your favorite band in concert, only to realize that they only sounded good as an auto-tune and ruthless editing. The war ended in 1856 when the Allies took to the key Russian city of Sevastopol, recognizing the inevitability of defeat. Nicholas I sued for peace, and as part of the terms of the Black Sea was declared neutral, Moldavia and Wallachia were made independent, and everyone more or less tried to forget the entire embarrassing debacle. It did lead to extensive calls for military reform and to nationalist movements across Eastern Europe, which doesn't quite seem worth the lives of 500,000 people, but what do I know? Battle of Balaclava on 24 October 1854, the Allied forces of Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire had settled in for a long winter siege of the Russian port of Sevastopol. The British under Lord Raglan took Balaclava and the right flank of the siege. This was a problem because the British didn't actually have the manpower to hold the right flank. See Crimean War, rampant incompetence. Seeing weakness, Russian forces charged the British defenses, and managed to capture several redoubts and their artillery pieces. It was a major, though not ultimately significant, victory for the Russians, but the battle was most famous for the peon to incompetent leadership and senseless loss of the Blythes in the charge of the Light Brigade. I'm sure you read the poem, and if not, for God's sake, go and read the book. Cannon to the left of them, cannon to the right of them, etc. There was a lot of cannon. It is a point. The whole thing is fraught with ambiguity and recrimination on all sides, but broadly, here's how it happened. Lord Raglan, the overall commander of the British forces, gave the order to Lord Lucan, who commanded the cavalry forces, to send the Light Brigade to harry the Russian forces, who had seized the artillery positions on the south side of the battlefield. Fortunately, the courier who brought the order to Lord Lucan didn't deliver the information clearly enough. Lord Lucan ordered Lord Cardigan, who commanded the Light Brigade and was incidentally Lucan's brother-in-law, who hated him intensely, to charge a fortified Russian artillery position at the end of the valley. If you're beginning to notice a common theme of Lord this and Earl of such and such massively cocking up operations, you've hit upon the key problem with allowing bored aristocrats to buy officers' commissions. At any rate, despite this order making as much sense as stripped naked and dancing Argentine tango with inside of the Russian guns to demoralize the enemy, Lord Cardigan duly led his men into the teeth of the enemy artillery. The net result was that the Light Brigade suffered roughly 40% casualties. The Russians were very confused, and Lord Cardigan, upon seeing that the battle was lost, buggered off back to his private yacht for steaks and champagne. Corrupt Practices Act. Rigging elections was a national pastime in 19th century Britain, and by 1868 things had gone so bad it just wasn't supporting anymore. Thus, Prime Minister Disraeli introduced this bill in order to make the process interesting again. The bill's principal effect was to transfer responsibility for trying election petitions from, you know what, let's slow down and back up a bit. Prior to this act, whenever the result of a parliamentary election was up for debate, the result was decided by a vote in the House of Commons. Shockingly enough, this meant that 9 times out of 10, the candidate from the majority turned out to have won the election after all. Israel's new law moved election responsibility for deciding election outcomes to the special triumvirate appointed from the Court of Common Pleas, the Exchequer of Pleas, or the Queen's Bench, which meant that to rig an election you now had to buy off 2 judges instead of an entire House of Parliament. Much more sensible and streamlined system of corruption. It's a slow, steady march toward efficiency that makes the British government the finest in the world. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. In case that does it for all the new entries, go ahead and fast travel. Go ahead and fast travel back here, and we will wrap things up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.